You're listening to the At Your Request Show with Nick Collings. This is Up FM 1075.
That it is. Morning, one and all. My name is Nick Collings. We've got a very special guest. In the background, a little bit of Southside Spinners, which probably gives away who my guest happens to be. I'm going to give him a bit of an introduction. Marco V is the man. He is one of the most inventive, diverse and creative electronic music minds today, hitting the turntables when he was just 14 years old. He was brought to the worldwide attention in 1998 as one part of the lads Southside Spinners. Since then, he's released 4 separate artist albums, toured the world extensively, and right now he is currently riding high on the release of his latest T.A.O. mix compilation. Marco V, it's an absolute pleasure having you here on Up FM.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Not a problem. Now, first of all, can you take us right back and tell us the story of how you and your long-time production partner Benjamin Bates met, also started releasing tunes on a record label, Impact Recordings, and the creation of your first big production, Love Struck, in the late 90s. Bit of a history lesson, please.
Well, I was a resident DJ in a big club in Eindhoven, and he happens to be my light jockey at that time. So that's how we met and how we came together in the studio. And later on, Benjamin started playing in that club as well. So that's how we started together.
Now, how did it go from lighting tech and DJ? Who was it that had the equipment, and how did it come to be that Love Struck goes from District Records onto some of the biggest record labels in the whole wide world?
Well, I was producing tracks already, and one of my tracks I produced was, Benjamin was a really big fan of that one. So when he discovered that, he said, "Oh, can we go back together in the studio?" So I was releasing music already at that time. So yeah, we made that track. It went off in the club we were playing, and we bring it to the record company, and the rest is history. It took off everywhere, so we were really happy with that.
Now, you're a bit of an enigma within dance music, never sticking to just one set genre, blurring the realms of progressive, techno, tech trance, big room house. How do you define the 2013 Marco V sound?
Yeah, that's, I get inspiration of the feedback I get from the people when I'm DJing and stuff when I hear around. But like everybody else, in 1999 and 1998, I liked stuff like Love Struck, and then I started producing tracks like God and Simulated, so my music is changing as well. But at the moment, it's just party stuff, big room, hands in the air. Main stage music, really. It's not as deep as it was before, but that's just the sound that works really well for me at the moment.
Now, a lot of your early releases, which you did just mention, such as God, Simulated, also your Loops and Tings Re-Looped, were all on the legendary label ID&T. Now, in 2005, ID&T, they disbanded its music division, and you got to own and run your record label, the aptly named In Charge. Huge singles such as More Than a Life Away, Second Bite, and the track we're listening to in the background, Unprepared. Also, False Light followed over the coming years. What is the general blueprint or the ethos for any release on In Charge?
The blueprint is that it has to work in my DJ set, and that I like to play it over and over again. But it's also with the tracks I release from other artists on my label. You know, it has to have this kind of special energy that I play in all of my tracks in my set. You know, it's bass line, rolling, pumping beats. It's still a bit of a techno-ish, my sound. Although it's changing now and then. It's been changing over the last couple of years. But I think it still has some kind of a techno feel in it.
On a lot of your bigger tunes as well, you've teamed up with some big names, including guys like Sander Van Doorn, also Marcel Woods. What's it like going into the studio, being that, you know, both people that you collaborate with are already doing pretty darn well? Who brings kind of what to the table when you do that?
Yeah. Like with Sander, we started from scratch. There was no idea whatsoever, so we went blanco in the studio and started from scratch. But sometimes one of us, like for example Marcel Woods, I had an idea, and then you go in the studio together and you work from the idea, from the melody. So it can go both ways, you know. One of the both ways, you know. When you start from scratch, it's kind of it's harder, you know. You need a day to get used to each other and what you both like and everything. So, but yeah, that's the way it goes.
Is there a fair bit of inspiration? Like, do you take your iPod or take your iPhone or whatever, kind of plug it in and go, hey, listen to these. These are what I'm really, you know, enjoying at the moment. What are you enjoying, and kind of meet on common ground?
Yeah, that's the way it works, you know. What do you play? And yeah, that's the way it goes.
Now, you've made a significant impact, especially in the world of trance in the past 15 years. Where do you see the current trance scene globally right now?
Yeah, the trance scene is kind of tough at the moment, because most of the trance nowadays it's so blended with, well, I would say most of the music that's now pigeonholed as house is more trance to me than house. So there's no room much more anymore for trance, because if everything is called house at the moment, where's the trance? You know what I mean? Like Swedish House Mafia, half of the music they make is 50% is trance. You know, it's all melodies and everything. So it's very hard at the moment for trance to get evolved, or how do you say that? Make progression, because it's almost like the house is stealing all the new trance stuff. So I have no idea where the trance scene will be at, but I'm happy with the way the sound is at the moment. Trance producers making house and house producers making trance, so there's almost no genre or no pigeonholing at the moment anymore. You know, it's so blended, all the music. So, but I like that kind of way.
You can grab the best bits of everything and bring them all together.
Yeah.
Now, in the past, you've gone by many different names. I mean, quite a few of them, including The Originator, Beat Shop, Tales from the Club, and also Mohawk as well. Are we likely to see the resurgence of any of those names in the future?
Well, that was in the time that it wasn't so important who was making the tracks. Actually, when Southside Spinners had such a big impact in the world, that's when I decided to making tracks under my own name, under Marco V. So I don't think there will be any Originator, Southside Spinners or anything in the future, because it doesn't work, you know. People at the moment, they want to see the producer behind the track and the DJ. So it's all DJ names that now producing the music and you see on stage.
Do you feel that perhaps some of the music's almost taken a back seat to more the branding, rather than it being just about the music? It's more, I'm going to see this guy, and a lot of maybe more the kind of festival crowds are checking you out for the first time based on a name rather than the music.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's because the whole scene is becoming more commercial, and there's more money involved. It's all about the marketing, the names and everything. I agree with that. Yeah, you know, it's not always about the music, but you can't be a big name DJ. You have to do something before you did something big. So all the guys that people like to see, they did some good stuff. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the main stage of any festival.
Now let's talk a little bit about the T.A.O. concept, such as, well, it's the art of. Can you give us the lowdown? Exactly what is T.A.O.?
T.A.O, that's just a nice name of my for the music that I like and that I want to play on a big stage. So it's the art of dance, the art of electronic, the art of whatever you want to put after it. You name it, and it's it's a sound of what I really like to play at the moment, what I produce, and what I play on a big stage.
Now, the latest edition of your mixed compilation, T.A.O, or The Art Of, it's just been released, featuring tracks from guys such as Robbie Rivera, Zed, Hook and Sling, Danik, plus there's a few new reworks of some Marco V productions there too. What's your process for putting together a compilation such as T.A.O?
I start off with a lot of tracks, and then I try to get as nice a flow in the mix as I possibly can, because when I play on a big stage, I will play some classics and some older tunes, and that's not what people want on a mixed compilation. So when you make a mixed compilation, you have to do it with newer tracks, or it's not all brand new what is on here, but it's still tracks I really like to play. And I like to get a flow in my mix CD, the same like when I play on the stage.
Now, I've got a series of 5 just quick kind of 1 or 2 word sort of answers for you here. Who do you see as the producers to look out for in 2013?
DJ Danik.
What country would you most like to play in that you haven't already? What country have you not been to that you'd love to go and spread the Marco V sound to?
That's a tough one. I've no idea. I played everywhere.
What's the best thing about being Marco V?
The best thing, traveling all over the world and meet loads of people. That's the most fantastic thing.
Now, speaking about travelling all over the world, it's been quite a while since you've come to little old New Zealand. I think 2006 was the last time. Are we likely to see you here anytime soon?
There's nothing in the pipeline at the moment, but I would love to come back. I've been a few times and I had a really good time.
And finally, what should we look out for, maybe on the production front or, CD front from Marco V this year?
I'm working on so many music, also a lot of vocal tracks, so just keep an eye on my music, and I think you will like a few bits and pieces over there, what's coming out.
Now, you can find out more about Marco V online, facebook.com/Marco V DJ. You're on Twitter, you're on SoundCloud, and all the usual digital download sites as well. Now, T.A.O from Marco V is out right now. It is 22 tunes. It's an absolute massive CD. You can grab your copy from centralstation.com.au. Marco V, thank you very much for taking time to have a chat with us this morning.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Good luck with that. I'm going to go play your brand new single. Now it is alongside a lad called Damien William. Can you give us the lowdown or a little bit of a story behind when you made this one?
Damien William is also a very talented guy from France. He's a young lad, and he came up with an idea with a bass line, and he sent it to me, and then we finished the track together.
Easy as that. Marco V, have a fantastic evening in Holland, and we're going to go play that tune right now. Nanio, is that how you pronounce it?
Naneno.
Excellent. Marco V, thank you very much. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you.
There you have it. That was Marco V. This is Marco V and Damien William. Nanano. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It's Up FM 107.5. Nick Collings signing off.
listening to the Actual Request Show. This is Up FM 1075.